Hello, welcome to the Amazing Race podcast. My name is John.
I'm Cyndi.
And here we are. We're on the second to last leg of this year's Amazing Race.
And this whole challenge, this whole leg, I would be like freaking out the whole time.
You'd be David.
Yes.
I
could probably swim a little bit better than David. I know how to swim, but it's just not my thing. And then with the face mask, like the mask on, I'll be like, oh my God. I would have had it. I would have been done. I would have been the fourth. I'm sorry, babe. I would have let you down.
Well, then, go on without you.
You can't go on without me.
Well, it's funny because we've said this a lot of times, but when you see this, they get in a helicopter and you're seeing how beautiful Iceland is.
Right.
And it's formed where so many volcanoes formed it. I was like,
right.
I said to you, I go, oh, it's a colder Hawaii.
Yes,
because it did look like Hawaii, but only colder. But it made me want to go there.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Iceland. I would have done that. I would have loved that challenge, going into the cave, jumping in the water. To me, it looked like fun.
I would have hated every minute of it.
You would have hated every minute of
it,
but I would have loved it. I thought it was
fun.
fun.
Oh, you would have been in your element. Me?
The snorkeling. The only problem with snorkeling is it's if you don't get the right mask. That's when you go on. I used to snorkel all the time, but I used to have my own mask, my own gear and stuff like that. So I didn't have to. But when you go went to Hawaii, you go on a trip, you use what they have, and it doesn't fit right. The water's seeping in, going in it's just terrible.
Or it could have been you were older and you just couldn't do what you did when you were in your 20s.
No, I could have done it.
Okay, whatever.
Let's see. So they're taking a helicopter they go to Spain. From Spain, they go to Iceland. They take a helicopter flight to the starting line, which is, to me, you didn't think it was beautiful?
That's all right.
All right, okay.
I mean, it looked cold, and I don't like to be cold.
Well, it has cold in the name. Iceland.
I know Iceland. I know someone who's basically lived majority of her life in ice skating rinks. It's just, I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to go, I would go. I would not go and say, I wouldn't stay home alone in my principles. I would do it with you. And then I'd probably come back and say, oh, I'm so glad we did that. That was a lot of fun. But do I want to go? Is it on my bucket list? No.
Okay.
Sorry, babe.
Fair enough. First challenge is an ice climb. They have to climb.
And that looked interesting.
Top of a glacier.
Yeah, I could do that. At first I was like, I got this. I could do that one.
Yeah, it seemed pretty safe.
Yeah, they all seemed like they could do it really well.
Yeah, even
Molly and
ones that are afraid of heights, they seem to do it without a problem.
So they were 15 minutes apart, right, from the first group and second group.
Yeah, first group.
How did they predict the 15 minutes? That's how they ended, right? The first.
Well, no, that's how they
completed the last.
That's how they've been doing it. 15 minutes. Team Miami and Team Ballroom Dancing are first to go. And getting 15-minute lead in this is huge. And then you have the second group was Big Brother and the Twins, and Emily still has the knee problem. Now I was thinking it might feel better in the cold, especially when you're doing the cold water.
I don't think so, because the cold, I know when the weather changes on me and it gets cold or dampy, my knee bothers me. Like my knee doesn't. I really don't notice my knee. I have a bad knee.
But if it's really cold, though, I mean, I don't know.
To me,
they always say put ice on it, but
heat and ice. Anyway.
But they all go up without a problem.
It was easy peasy for all four of them.
Basically, the two at the start of the front, they were So they get Land Rovers and Lewis. All of them struggled.
I was surprised. First of all, these cars got to cost. Land Rovers, or can't be cheap.
Right.
You would think they would. I understand they're not going to help them drive, but you would think they would give them some kind of instruction, because they had two different gear things. I was wondering if it said it had 4 pedals.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was also part of the 4-wheel drive, one of those sticks that you put
I thought the smaller one was the 4-wheel drive.
Right. I was just wondering if that.
I don't know for sure, but
but I didn't understand why it would need 4 pedals. I mean, obviously a stick shift has 3 pedals. But I was like, the fourth one, I was like, I think it must be for 4-wheel drive or something like that.
Yeah, because in Iceland, I'm sure you
need
it.
And that kind of truck looks like it would be, or that kind of car looks like it would be something for off-roading and so forth. But anyway, they all figured it out, though.
But Ballroom took the lead.
Do you think when they were making that noise, like that they're grinding their gears, I think it was just added. I think it was added.
You don't think they're really grinding the gears?
I don't know. Each one doing it.
Because how do they sell the... After,
right. I think that was added as a, whatever they call it, an added...
Just a bonus for us, though.
Yes, so make them think that they couldn't drive. Anyway, okay. That's my 2 cents.
But David and Aubrey get out first.
Yes.
They're out in front. Ballroom Dancing, which is good. Team Miami is right behind them. But they both turn around.
Yeah, because those teams get.
Well, Team Miami turned around and then Ballroom Dancing said, "Oh, let's go with them. They know where they're going."
Right.
And as they're going, Big Brother goes past them. Now, Big Brother didn't turn around because they thought they'd already completed the challenge, which was worked out in their benefit.
But again, those two teams always get insecure about their directions.
They seem so, yeah.
Especially the other. Both those teams do.
Yeah. But they kept going, which was perfect. They said, "Oh, let's hope this challenge only takes 15 minutes because that's how far they were behind."
Right.
Emily struggles also, and this time we're going to take a commercial break. Now, Big Brother is now in first place, which is huge in the whole scheme of things. And then the roadblock is who's feeling misty-eyed, and that's one where they go into the cave.
That one didn't look too bad because it looked like the water wasn't that deep. Like the first, like when they jumped in and they got in the bottom to get the clue, it didn't look like it was that difficult. The whole water, like it was like a spring, and you just kind of follow the water kind of pushed you along.
You just
so you really didn't have to be a great swimmer. I could do that one pretty good.
All right, okay.
I just want to say that.
All right, would you have gone down in the cave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing. I would love to do it. I thought it was cool. Derek and David are doing the roadblock.
Because I was asking you why they do that, and I forgot. You're better at keeping track.
Well, no, they said it the thing. Derek has to do this.
Oh, because they each have to do so many.
Yeah, they have to do so many challenges. No, Derek had to do it because Claire's been doing a lot of the roadblocks. They have to do equal. All right, they got to go down the cave. They got to shimmy down the cave and then find their clue, and then finish the rest of the way. Lewis is doing the task for his team, and the twins finally arrive. Molly's going to do the roadblock,
right?
Which probably worked out because Emily has a bad knee. David goes into the cave, but he can't swim.
Right, but I think he got kind of like lost about where he was in the cave.
Right, I think he's
disoriented,
freaked out of the water because Derek went down, found it,
right,
and was on his way. Derek had a huge lead at this point. And find out that Derek was on the wrong side of the thing. He was just staying there. He wasn't moving around. He was obviously freaking out. Lewis goes into the cave. He sees David, and he goes, And then when he shined his little light on it, that's when David saw the clue. He goes, "Oh, it's over there. I'm not even close."
Right. And he was wondering why the other one was way over there, too.
And Lewis went, "Well, I see David, but you know what? I gotta leave him.
Right.
It's coming down the nitty gritty. I gotta leave him. There's people there. If he can't, they got people in the water helping him out. Because remember when they went down, someone disconnected David. And he said, "Oh, I can't leave this on." And the guy said, "No." So now Team Miami is now in second place, and Team Ballroom Dancing has dropped to third, which is huge because he's really going slow. Yeah, this is where they should have had a big lead on the twins. And especially when he went down second, he should still be in second. But not being able to swim and the whole thing caused him problems. Derek completes the challenge. Lewis completes the challenge, so they're on their way. Now Molly is gaining on David.
Yes, she is.
She was neck and neck.
Right.
David completes the challenge, and
you gotta give him credit. He did complete it.
He didn't
freak out. He pushed through it.
Yeah,
for someone who insecure about water, I'm really proud that he went and did that. I don't know why I'm so proud because I don't know him personally.
We're proud of you, David.
But I'm proud because it's scary.
When
scary. You're not good at something and then you have that insecurity of that. That's really scary. So
he's probably thinking at this point, okay, I survived that.
Right.
There won't be another swimming challenge.
Right.
I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because
that's what I would think.
How often do you have back-to-back swimming challenges, and it's your weakest thing.
Right.
If you want to go on the race, you need to learn how to drive a stick. You need to learn how to swim. You need to get yourself in better shape.
Right.
There's
a lot of things we would have to do before.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if we wouldn't right now, we would be in trouble.
Yeah. Team Big Brother and Team Miami arrive at the same time. Now you have to on this challenge you have to snorkel.
Right.
In this frigid cold weather, and it looked crystal clear.
Oh, it was
beautiful. It was beautiful.
I
could do it. But you have to remember 14 volcanoes when they erupted, the names of them,
and the year,
and all that stuff. What was funny though is Big Brother, even though they arrived at the same time, they were getting dressed first.
Yeah.
But Team Miami went into the water first.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but it took them. Of course, he had to put his contact in.
Right, and I don't know how she put the contact in for. Because there's no way.
I couldn't let someone couldn't put. I couldn't keep my eye open.
I know
putting my contact in, and I used to struggle putting my contacts in.
Yeah, because I think what did he say? He took him like 15 minutes, and it used to take you about an hour and a half to get your contact in.
Sometimes I wouldn't wear them.
No, because they were so hard for you.
Yeah, but they were hard contacts back then.
I know, but still, you used to. I felt so bad for you. You used to get so mad. You would curse and carry on and scream,
and then sometimes with the solution, you wouldn't rinse it off.
Right, and they would burn.
Because back then it was like an acid. It was like
right,
and then you couldn't get it out. The ballroom arrives and the twins arrive. Team Miami goes in first. Team Brother goes in second. Ballroom is third, but he's already. I mean, if I was the twins, I said I could, because David was kind of. You could tell he was hesitating.
Yes.
And I'd be like, "Can I go buy them?"
Right.
You know, I don't want to wait. I mean, not to be rude, but it's.
But I don't think you're. I think you have to. I think you have to go in order how you arrive.
I get that, but you're taking forever to get into the water. You're costing me time. I could get eliminated.
True.
I'm like, okay, if you're not going to go in, then let me go in.
Right.
Now, David was struggling. He should have just used his legs. With the fin.
Yeah, it was working because he was only doing his arms.
He was doing his arms.
And he had the fins. Because I never put fins on before, but you said it's easier to have fins on to swim.
You just kick your legs and you just have your arms.
And it's not as much.
I mean, you can still swim.
Right, but the effort isn't as strong when you. I mean, it's easier when you have fins on.
Because you got your legs and you just go straight. And the wetsuit, and they had a life jacket on. It's going to keep you afloat. So, I mean, I don't know if they had a life jacket on, but the wetsuit itself, it would keep you afloat. You're not going to drown.
Right.
But I said that was his first mistake. Just use your legs, because when I snorkeled, I just used my legs, and your arms. Right. You're looking around. Right. Anyway, so Team Miami
finishes first.
Well, they were off. No, Team Miami was off by 2. They have to go back in the water.
Right, but they finished first in the first round. They've got it up. They came out first.
No.
Who came out first?
Team Big Brother. They got it on their first try.
I know that, but who first came out of the water was Team Miami.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. Well, they went in first, and they came out first.
And they were only off by 2. Then Team Brother came out after that.
Team Big Brother came off, and you could see...
she's got a great memory, doesn't she?
It's ridiculous.
Yes. Like everything when it came to memory stuff.
Yeah, it was her perfect challenge, too, because she said she grew up in Virginia Beach.
And she could swim.
She was a water rat. And
yeah.
I don't know if they call them water rats. But
well, we used to call ice skaters rink rats.
Rats, the ones that hang up the rink, because there's a lot of rats inside rinks. Let's see. But you see Team Miami is a little frustrated because they're like, because, let's say if...
his wife's a better... Again, she was good at memory. But she said before she went in the water to her husband, okay, every other. And then because I guess he was upset because she took off. Yeah. And he didn't know which one was every other. It's every other.
Yeah.
Okay, first, second, every other.
Just got to count.
Right.
And he was far behind and he has a bad memory. So I guess he was getting frustrated.
Right.
But, to me, it was like, I agree with you. I was like, okay, yeah, every other. Lewis? Sorry. Yeah,
I would have said, okay, I go first, then every other. So I would be 1, 3, 5, and you're like 2, 4, 6.
I mean, what would have happened because Big Brother got it in the first try? What if ballroom dancing could swim?
Exactly.
David could swim, and then you have the twins who are usually spot on.
And they're another good memory people.
What if they didn't have to go back in the water?
So many things could have changed if team. Was it Ballroom? No, Team
Miami.
If
Team Ballroom
was okay with the water. I think that whole ended.
Well, if they could have got the first try, Team Miami, one of the strongest team, if not the strongest team, would have been eliminated.
I agree.
So.
Yeah, the whole scenario could have changed. You
could tell, and I think they felt better when they got back, and the other two teams were still there.
Yeah,
the Twins and Ballroom Dancing. Big Brother completes on the first try, and
that was amazing.
I said, "Wow, that's just." Now they have to go to Goldpost Falls.
And that was a beautiful location.
It was beautiful. In the next pit stop.
Yes.
Team Miami completes it on the second attempt. Yeah. And they're all excited because they know they're going to be in the final 3.
Right.
And I almost felt bad for Ballroom Dancing because they weren't even close.
No.
They weren't even close because I think
they gave up, though, so quick. Don't you think?
I think but this is the first attempt. I think David was just so freaked out about having to swim that he wasn't paying attention. I mean, it's got to be a tough challenge.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but it was 2 hours. Well,
we're not there yet.
Okay, I know, but anyway.
It's okay. But the Twins were off by 2.
Right.
And they thought, okay, I think I know which ones were off by 2. You probably couldn't just switch them around. Once you get a check, you have to go. So they go back in, and this time, though, the Twins, they went to the side. They didn't wait.
Yeah.
For ballroom because
Right.
David was, you could tell he was
He was
struggling.
definitely struggling.
He was taking off his mask. I mean, I'm sure
He just had difficulty breathing. Yeah,
it
a lot of combination of things.
He was stressing. He was he could have been panicking, and
Right.
when you can't swim, it's like anything. It was like some people are claustrophobic. They
Right.
just don't in tight spaces.
Right.
Unfortunately, this was a bad challenge for them. Big Brother is team number 1, and they're going to London.
Yes, for their prize.
Yeah, not bad.
No.
But they saw the famous actor from Iceland.
Yeah, they didn't
and
seem that impressed.
They go, oh! I felt bad for the actor. I'm like,
I know.
Oh, that's great!
That's
Like,
awesome!
what movies have you been in? What TV shows? It was like, oh!
Yes.
Everyone felt awkward. But anyway,
Yeah.
The twins get it on their second try.
They did.
And Team Big Ballroom Dancing's not even out of the water yet.
I know.
Team Miami is team number 2.
Two.
So you have 2 of the top teams,
Right.
in my opinion.
Which we both thought those 2 teams would be the top teams anyway.
Right.
We were looking at it
Yeah.
last week.
And then, because if there's been a running challenge, something like that,
Yeah.
I think the twins would have been
Right.
out because
Right.
Emily can't run.
Right.
Ballroom is way off on their second
Right.
attempt, and they say, you know what?
I don't think they even. I mean, they were like what out of the 14, maybe they had 4.
Maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't any better than the first
Yeah.
time.
I just thought they gave up too quickly. I mean, obviously, I think they realized they were last. I understand that, but I just thought I can see your point. He was struggling.
But we don't know how long it took him to finish.
I know.
Well, here I'm saying, you don't know how long it took him to finish the swim, but you don't know if the pit stop's going to be a hard place to find.
Right.
And you have the twins who are always lost.
Yeah.
So I think I personally would have tried it again.
I think I would have too.
But that's, they have to do what's best for them.
Right.
The twins are third, and Aubrey and David have been eliminated.
And they were just so, she said, I started watching this when I was like in 2nd grade, and, to be standing in front of you, Phil, and all, I mean, they just, again, I love teams.
Yeah.
It's always disappointing, I'm sure, to them that they are out.
Yeah.
But I always love the way people handle themselves, and I thought, again, just great sportsmanship.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
really handled
obviously
it well.
you want to win, and
Yeah.
they had a chance.
I agree.
But the swimming thing just did them in. All right, so now you have, what team do you think wins it all? It's happening tonight. What team do you think?
I think Big Brother.
Do you think Big Brother?
Yeah.
If it's
Because there's a memory challenge in there.
right, there's
yeah.
usually a memory challenge, and it's usually where have you been,
Right,
what order,
right.
what's the flag.
I say Team Big Brother. What do you say?
If it's the memory challenge, I think it's going to be Team Big Brother.
I don't see Polly and her sister. I don't know.
Molly and Emily.
Emily. I don't see them with her bad leg, and if it's physical challenges, I just don't see them finishing first.
Yeah. So usually there's a physical challenge and there's a memory challenge.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. It's been a fun season.
This is probably, I loved it a lot. I love the places they went to. They went to a lot of great places this year.
Yeah.
A lot of places that, I would love to do. And they just did a lot of different challenges. It was a lot better than last year's.
Oh, yeah.
My gosh,
last
9
year-
day was just,
last year was
it's just so sad and
bum,
pitiful.
bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see who wins tonight. But I think it's going to be Team Big Brother.
I think so too.
All right, Jack Glanville.
That's all we got. But if we're going to thank all our patrons, want to become a patron, go to jayandjack.com, click on the thing to be a patron. We're going to thank Eckhart, Rickner, Glaffelder, Maggie, the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, and Ed, the Creepy Letter Carrier. Thanks for what you do. Thanks for everyone who listens. And thanks for putting up with us, sometimes not being on time.
I know.
To be honest with you, us old people, we've been busy this week with grandkids.
We've been busy for weeks. I mean, it's retail. I'm in work at Kohl's, so it's just been exhausting, and I've been working 6 days.
And to be honest, I've been putting up Christmas lights till like 9 o'clock at night because I have the grandkids all day.
And then we forget we haven't done it. We're like, oh my God, we didn't do it.
We remembered
we realized last night, like, wait a minute, we haven't done our Big Brother. We haven't done Amazing Race.
So again, we apologize.
Old people.
But it just
we thank you for listening and putting up with us this season.
And that's all we got. Hasta luego and goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Have a good week.
Yes.